We're doing the Mariners content creator fantasy draft tonight. That's gonna be starting at 7:30. They're gonna be drawing for the actual order coming up soon. So we're doing it on Fantrax, which is linked or has the same type of scoring system as Fangraphs. So it's a bit unique to the typical points league with fantasy baseball. So we'll give it a try and see how it goes. And if you guys can hear the Discord, let me know, or if you can hear it coming from my laptop, because I wasn't able to share the audio from the Discord, which is what all of the rest of the creators are talking in. So
usually the fantasy baseball drafts are like a week later, but some of them are earlier this year because of the soul games, and the NCAA tournament is usually like a week earlier.
Shout out to Zynergy.
That makes sense. Yeah, the Korean series is kind of an interesting one because we had to kind of make a decision on should we do it before then or after.
So let's check out the scoring system here.
Is it 2 games? It's only 2 games, right? So
if I can.
It's not going to be the biggest, I guess, change in the scoring. So basically, the head-to-head isn't even going to start for another until the first week. I think it starts on the 28th, I want to say. So on our opening day, yeah, I think that's right.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see. I'm kind of hesitant to draft Ohtani now. Do you think he's gonna get the top out of the heads now? I didn't want to say it, but I am not entirely confident.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So the initial report is that his interpretator was in deep, and then he paid off his debts for him, like $4.5 million. So that's why there was a wire from Ohtani's account from his account to the gambling account in California to pay off the debts. But then they changed the story because now the interpreter is taking the fall and saying, hey, I stole the money, instead of Ohtani actually sending it, because it's deferring liability. But I mean, if it's proven that Ohtani paid off his friend's debts, that's still not good.
Yeah, but right, like this story switch is crazy because they were like saying that he did that, and then probably got some advice to say he didn't do that, and then
yeah, his lawyers told him to change the story.
Yeah, but changing it, you can't.
Right, it's like, whoops, let's just delete the internet.
Yeah, well, my thing though is if he just helped, if you were to break it down in a simple way, if you were to say he helped a friend with gambling debt, like, is that really, like, how big of a deal is, right? Like, for me, that's not that big of a deal, but it would be a different thing if he was
betting on himself.
Hey, put some money on this, that, and the other thing.
Right.
If in baseball, like, who cares if it's football or whatever, but like that's the only time if any of that, like they would have to prove that Shohei himself like ordered eBay to conduct a bet on his behalf in baseball to make it a big deal, in my opinion. If it's just him helping a friend pay off gambling debt, then like, what if the reason for the debt was different? If it wasn't gambling and it was just he's poor with his money and buys a bunch of cars or something, like no one's gonna bat an eye then. So
right, and if he were to just gift his friend money.
Yeah, so I think. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I mean, if I've got buddies that gamble, like I can pay off their debt if I want to. I just don't know where it comes in where it's like, okay, you can't bet. It's gonna be so hard for them to prove that, like, Otani actually did say, you know what I mean? It's going to be so much.
Yeah.
He said, she said stuff that I think it probably just we don't hear about it. Just one of those things that just kind of goes away.
Yeah. If I were to predict that, I don't think it's going to go anywhere where we're like looking at Otani being the next Pete Rose or anything. So,
Yeah.
Not exactly worried about that. I think it was probably pretty innocent, at least on Otani's part. So, but still, like not a fun thing to have happen like right after you sign a $700 million deal.
Yeah.
Not great. Yeah. Okay. Well, at this point, I think we're just waiting for everyone to get in, and we'll get the randomizer going and start making some picks.
So it shows the draft starts at 7:30. So you said that you're redoing the order.
So once we do the randomizer, I'll have to manually put in the order based off of what happens. I can change the time because at this point I'm a little unsure if everyone's going to be in by 7:30 exactly. So I think I might actually go in and change that here. It's also my first time being like commissioner, but it seems pretty. I feel like I did my due diligence looking at literally every single setting I could possibly look at and figuring out what it meant and what needs to happen. So I think I got it figured out. We'll set it for 8 for now, and I can always go in and change it closer. For whatever.
If you're on the YouTube stream, what do you think about Otani? Do you think?
I think you're the one who I worry about the most in this whole thing.
Why?
I know you do drafts.
Why? Because is it because of my name?
Well, I guess that's a bit like you crowned yourself as a GM.
Yeah, right.
You said that on my podcast. You're like, people would tell me I could be a GM, so now you're basically being one.
Well, I mean, it's like all of us, we had our takes from prior years on certain players that we think would break out and sleepers and all these things. And when you're right enough times, you're like, hey, maybe I should start talking about this stuff.
Yeah. But I know you do like fantasy baseball in general. So
yeah. I'm only in one other league, and that's the main one. It's a 14 team. So that one gets pretty serious, but yeah. You guys on the YouTube stream, what do you think about the Otani thing? Do you think you would still draft him in fantasy baseball? I'm going to be starting a fantasy draft here soon, so.
Pedialyte is the magic elixir, and I feel better now. So that's what lose, dude. Yeah, love to see. Oh, dude, Joe got in here too. Joe, what's up, man? What's up, dog? Hey, brother. Hey, bro. Okay, so now we're just waiting on the Marine Layer, guys. Classic Lyle and TJ, honestly. Kyle and TJ, like, why are you saying their name drop? Shut up. Open door. You're right. I didn't meet them like you did, my bad. Yeah. So you can suck it. Yeah, so I guess we'll see. And I already told everyone else who was already in here that as soon as we get everyone in, I already created like a randomizer wheel so we can decide draft order, and we'll go by 8th down to 1, so it's suspenseful on who gets first.
See, I thought I was just picking 8th, and I was pissed.
No,
so we're still randomized. I thought this was already randomized. We're killing them.
No.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's up?
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Ready to get this rolling. I'm excited to get this going. So, yeah.
But I had the 8th pick.
No.
Do you guys like my name? I know, Jake, you said like last second I had to do it. I'm glad.
Ipe, I'm all in. I do like that name. Nice.
That's absolutely crazy from today. It's unreal.
Yeah, we were talking about it a bit before you guys came in, whether Otani's going to be the next Pete Rose of baseball. So,
could you imagine if he just got banned forever?
That would be something.
What would we do? Like, what would baseball do as a sport?
Yeah, because like baseball might actually die, like everyone always has said.
We'll finally fall behind the NHL.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of said like if I were to put my money on it, it's not going to get anywhere on his end. I think it's going to just be like there was no proof that he himself like ordered any bets, and if that's the case, then I don't think he can error.
He's just the fall guy. Like he will be locked up in Azkaban prison forever. So long as Shohei's playing baseball. And once his time is done, the truth will come out and then the freedom will be set to eBay.
And I mean, if he's down $4.5 million, then he clearly wasn't doing too well or betting on stuff that Ohtani was like, hey, I'm going to sign with the Dodgers, bet on that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. He's not down bad like Bruno Mars, but he was on his way.
I've heard about Bruno too. That's insane.
50 million.
Jeez.
I saw on TikTok today where a guy gave the front desk of the casino where he stays at just $1 and said, "Send this to Bruno, help him out."
Anything will help. Start a little GoFundMe.
For Bruno Mars. Okay, I think we're just waiting for Lyle now.
On cue.
Dude, talk about the timing.
I didn't realize this was only voice. Oh, what's up, guys?
Yeah, no, we're just gonna do voice because I don't have anywhere to put you guys on my screen for webcams. So.
Webcams.
You know what? I definitely need to fix webcams.
Okay, I don't know if
Okay.
that's necessary.
Speaking for Joe and that.
Facts hurt.
Unfortunately, they didn't announce any new things for Chick Chick Boom today. So that's okay.
More emoji based games.
Yeah.
I really like the Mitch Witch that
Okay.
Ben Ranieri tweeted about. I thought that was good.
Yeah, the bench switch. Okay, really cool here. We're gonna get the randomizer going, I guess. We'll get that started. I'm just setting it up on my screen here.
We're going 8 all the way to first.
We're going 8th to 1st, correct.
Okay. Build the suspense.
Oh boy. Here, I'm gonna get my notes app up really quick just so I keep track. I'm not that smart. Let's go with, okay. So, everyone, let's get this going. Who is going to be 8th? And 3, 2, 1. Dude. Oh, rough.
He's
Go
all
in.
in.
That's tough, bro. That's tough.
Damn, 8 isn't that bad. You get back to back.
You're like now 4.5 million.
Well, hey, it's Serpentine, so you get 9th overall too. So there's that. But
Double dip.
okay, so TJ's removed from the circle. Got 7th. Who's going to get number 7? Ooh,
I've seen enough.
Wow.
I've seen enough.
Wait, oh, dude.
This is rigged for views. I've had enough. I'm leaving the league.
We have a marine layer bias on wheelofnames.com right now. This is ridiculous.
Just
Okay.
a marine layer.
Hey Jake, it says we're never mind. Sorry, message went away. Just kidding.
Okay, you're all good.
I was trying to get on. He's struggling to remember how to log in.
Lyle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
trying to figure out how to get on fan tracks.
okay.
You're there. I didn't see you there, Don.
Well, you have some time though, just because I'll have to go manually put everyone in the order that it says. So you'll have a little bit here. I won't start obviously until you're ready. Okay, who's gonna get number 6?
Is he gonna get the duos out of the way?
That'd be pretty funny. God,
Ooh.
rough. So I'm the commissioner, so I think I can make a little.
You get an extra spin.
Extra spin. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Number 5. Ooh, Connor.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, so
Number
close.
5.
Okay,
Take it.
here we go. Top 4. Top 4. 3, 2, 1, go.
This isn't Colton, I swear to God. This is complete bias.
Oh, that's for sure me. Oh.
Telling me we got top 3 here. Jay, Connor, and Colton. Let's go, boys.
Let's go.
We cannot have, like, I said at the beginning, Connor scares me the most, so I'm not happy that he's in top 3. But, okay, we go 3, 2, 1, top 3. Who's getting third? Oh, looks like it's gonna be
That's me for sure.
All right, Jay. Put him up,
Congrats
bro.
on the podiums.
Okay, guys.
I just want Julio, so.
Last.
That's all that matters.
Okay, last two, Colton and Jay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh,
my
Colton. Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so nervous.
Okay. So unwritten rule: if you get first, you have to draft Jared Kelnick.
No, that was
Come on,
mine.
dude. You missed out.
Okay.
And
Very
no one will
cool.
say.
Goodness gracious. All right, guys. Sick.
Pressure's
Okay.
on, Colty. Don't mess this up.
Dude. You're the head honcho. Okay, well, I got to go in and get this all manually done, so it'll take me a minute to do that.
Is Lyle still on the struggle bus to get in?
No, we're working on it.
I literally just like went into my Chrome tab and just typed in FAN, and then it just popped up and I said sign in. So I don't know if it's
If
like
you, Lyle, if you have
I
any
didn't
problem
see
with
it.
figuring out like what email it is, I can see which
Oh.
email it is, but I can't see any further.
That was the whole problem. Okay, I got it now. We're good.
You got it? Okay.
yeah.
So let's see. So number 1 is Colton. You were, what was your name? Jerry's Budget Ballers? Is that right?
He's definitely talking to the stream. He's so cringe. That's so embarrassing. Oh my god. I actually don't know what his name is. It might be Jerry's Budget Ballers, I think.
Yeah, I'm checking.
By process of elimination. Not he's not.
All right, guys, I've got pick number 3. So Acuna is probably going to be gone. If Juan Soto's there, I'm taking him. If Strider is there, I might take Strider, but also maybe Betts right there. Yeah, Connor McDavid, sleeper, first overall. Matt Olson, just with this point system, it's very unique. It's more so tied to Fangraphs and how they weight, different types of hits. So home runs are weighted very heavily.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, if Julio's there, got to go Julio. I mean, Acuna is probably going to go 1. If Julio's there at 3, I'll take Julio.
Oh, wow. Voice break.
Oh,
Jeez. Yikes. Wow. Okay. And then Lyle and TJ. Okay, I think we got it all good to go for the draft. And then I guess I will set the start time for minute or 2, 7, 30. Well, I guess I have to do.
Okay, guys. What? I need to know. Okay, whoever did the poll on our stream, I hate you. Do I pick Julio
No.
first overall? Like,
No, you
No,
don't do
not
that.
taking Julio too, so.
Yeah, you can't take Julio. Jay's taking Julio.
that's true. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
It's been decided already.
There's gonna be a Mariners opening day roster in my fantasy team.
Good luck. Taking 2, if Castillo gets to you in the second round, it'll be close. I feel like.
Like the 2007 Mariners, I'm just gonna go home.
There you
Did you
go.
get Milton Bradley back?
Oh, God. Milton Bradley, Jared Washburn, it's gonna dominate.
Jeremy Reed.
Okay, so
I had
I
JJ's numbers from that year.
had to set the draft for every 5 minutes. Like it only gives you that option, so it's going to start at 7:40, just so we're aware. And then I did, just to go over it, I set it's 4 minutes per pick. I know we're going to be faster than that, but I just want to make sure you go to the bathroom or something, then have enough time to do so, just to make sure. Otherwise, I think we're pretty much ready, and we're just waiting for the time to elapse here. Okay, how's everyone feeling with where they're at? Like who think we're going for? Like I would imagine Colton doesn't know who he's taking first, which is kind of insane because it's usually only one. Like it has to be. So,
Has to be what? Ronald Acuna Jr.
dude, he has to be number 1.
Julio Yarnell Rodriguez is right there.
Junior.
Are you not a Mariner fan?
Yeah, you need to prove your worth as a
I
Mariner fan.
guess. But it's
Hey, I forget. Do we have a limit on starting starts per week?
I don't think so. No. Because I try to keep it to as flexible as possible for everyone, just because I know fantasy baseball can be pretty difficult. So I think I set it for you can literally change anyone in your lineup at all up until like 5 minutes before their game start time. And that's just in case there's like late scratches or whatever. I don't want someone to be like being like, oh god, I wasn't able to change them out when they could have or something. So wanted to be. I felt like that's the most fair too, so you can keep track of like who's in the lineup, who's not in the lineup.
So the lineups, you set them on Monday, like Monday morning, basically. You have to have your lineup set.
No, you can literally change it up until
Up
5
to
minutes
game time.
for each player before their specific game start time. So if you have
Okay,
Acuna,
so it's
for example, like
Yeah,
it's daily. You can change it literally basically whenever, and then as long as they're not in a game.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So odds that Julio has a better year than Ronald Acuna Jr.
0 probably, unless he gets injured. Like, listen, I love Julio, man, but I mean, come on. He's gonna have 40-70 in him. I don't think, at least not yet.
I'm really struggling with this. I hope you guys know.
He could do
I'm pretty
40.
pumped either way.
He
I'm
could do
getting
40,
Acuna or
40.
Julio, so.
Yeah.
you're in a pretty good spot. Holden, if you really feel like you need to take Julio in the Mariners Creator League Fantasy Baseball Draft 1-1, be our guest. Just know you're feeding Jay Ronald Acuna Jr. at 2. That's the fact of the matter. He's taking one or the other. Whoever you don't take, he will take.
Absolutely.
And do you have Julio in either of the 2 leagues that we've done already? Okay, then take Julio. Okay, then take Julio.
I have Julio in my other league,
I think I can guess.
and he got auto drafted, so it was paid.
Like,
Who am I taking?
I think you're gonna take Kabuki probably.
Mookie.
I think he's pretty much just like a pretty solid number 3.
I heard Otani's pretty good. Could be wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's pretty.
Unless he gets Pete Rose.
Yeah, right.
My stream chat wants me to take.
He was like
Peyton
in
Manning.
Korea today. Like. So
That's the thing is he was
In
with
the
me
dugout.
ago. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, is anyone streaming on StreamYard? And are you able to connect the audio from Discord? Or are Mariner Mojo, are you guys using OBS also?
We use Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, okay.
I don't know, like for StreamYard, is it just like adding in like different like sources?
Because
Like how you add in audio?
it's telling me like if I share a tab that I could share the audio from the tab, but I have the fan tracks up.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Can you not select Discord as like as an audio tab, or like can you?
Can you share your whole screen, maybe?
Yeah, you
Keep
could
it
like.
on one screen.
So I have. Let me see if I could try this.
Okay, well, Colton, you're on the timer.
Okay.
You have 4 minutes.
Let me talk this through with you guys. Oh my god, that's so loud. Let me
was
talk
so
this
loud.
through with you guys, alright? So as Mariner Mojo in the Mariners Creator League, would I be doing a disservice to the fan base if the first pick in the draft was not Julio Rodriguez?
I think you would be banned from T-Mobile, gonna be honest with you.
I say yes, and you take him. It will be very good for me. So I don't think you should.
Good for you.
That's my opinion.
I think if you take him, you're a boomer and a homer, and
You're a paid intern.
yeah.
Okay. Dude, but how good is that Braves lineup, though? You know what I mean?
How
Like,
good's that Mariners lineup? You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't that support
Conley's
Most runs in spring training. Hank Banner.
no, dude. I'm old man. Hurry up. All right, guys, listen.
Is the chat yelling at you?
Cocaine zone.
Say screw it to both of them and just go get Corbin Carroll.
Yeah, dude, do that.
I think you should draft Luis Urias #1 overall.
This is the future.
Number 1 in our hearts.
Does it, Colton, on your side, does it show like a countdown?
Yeah, 2 minutes
Okay.
44 seconds. It's a very long time, by the way. I didn't know if you guys do that.
Aaron will love you if you take Corbin Carroll #1.
I'm gonna get yelled at if I don't take Julio. I have to. I have to. I'm gonna get yelled at by everybody if I don't take
Wow.
Julio.
Nice.
He's done it.
That's
I mean,
Dedication.
I break this down very much. much, so we're just gonna
Call it a day.
Huh. Okay.
yeah, I mean
Gosh, does it not show in the draft room thing though? What's that?
I know that I'm gonna regret that, but it's fine.
I'm not going Mookie. Oh, what? I thought I already took it.
Oh,
That's really unfortunate. I don't like that.
Wait,
I was
what?
so lined
Oh, there
up
we
to-
go.
I was so lined up to get Juan Soto. I'm
I
pissed.
Juan Soto.
Did everyone just want Juan Soto?
You, I will.
why does it not show on the actual like thing
Hey,
on the whole board? I don't understand that.
Jay, does it show that you have 2 Ronald Acuñas on your team right now?
no, I just got one. I would love to. If someone's got
Bro,
one.
it says I have 2 Julio Rodriguez's right now.
Well, that's a cheat code.
Taking him number 1.
We didn't know that was the secret condition to get double his stats as the Mariners creator league.
I mean,
Position.
well, for me, like it's showing what you pick in the chat, but it's not showing on the actual board itself.
Like
It's
up,
just
like up
weird.
top.
Yeah,
I see
not
like
where all
one
the bugs
Julio.
are.
Yeah, it's popping up for me.
I wonder if I like.
If you refresh it, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's just cool. Never mind.
There you go. Man,
I didn't get Soto. Soto was like way number 2 on the auction calculator that I ran.
I've wanted Soto in a couple other leagues that we've done, and I taken away from me again.
Accent
He
would
also
agree.
looks so good right now. He looks like as good as he's looked in a long time.
I have a decision. I don't want to take Corbin Carroll. No slight against Corbin Carroll, but there's not.
I don't hate it.
I'm sorry. Did someone just use like? What voice was that? Yeah, why are you talking to me like that?
This is Batman. Doom reference.
I know. I thought he was Benny Gesserit to me. I thought that's what that was. Oh my god. I'm gonna do something crazy. And I'm gonna throw the
Ross,
draft
baby.
all out of whack. I will take NL Cy Young winner Spencer Strider.
Oh, nice.
We'll get the first pitcher off the board. Why not?
Okay.
I'm seeing just drafting all the Braves. Kelenics coolers now, baby.
How many rounds before you do the chop?
Camera's off, so we're good.
Joe, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, Joe. Aren't you also a massive Kelnick fan?
I've got my spring training powder blue jersey hanging up on the next to me, turned around so it doesn't
I
have
have that
Kelnick
same
showing.
jersey.
Yeah, yep. Got it in 2019 before he came up, picked the right number and everything, and I'm sad.
Dude, this is like weirdly similar. Like I bought Kelnick's powder blue spring training jersey also before he debuted. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of reaping what we sow now.
It's gonna be a great Coachella jersey.
True. I mean, it's beat to shit at this point because I've worn it so much.
Exactly my point.
I've stopped buying jerseys because every jersey I buy is cursed. My last purchase was Kyle Lewis at the beginning of 2021. So
Ouch. May he rest in peace.
and then I got my brother gave me a knockoff Ty France jersey
May he rest in peace.
in 2022. Like literally right around the time, like in the year and a half that everyone memes about Ty France being bad for a year and a half. Like that's like the exact point that I was gifted that jersey, and so I've stopped buying Mariners jerseys as a result because I don't want to ruin. I would love to have a Julio Rodriguez City Connect jersey, but I don't want to ruin Julio Rodriguez.
At least you know.
DJ, what do we think? Do I have to take Corbin Carroll here?
Well, and you can
I don't-
continue to say you own him. That would be on
That's-
brand.
That's true. I don't know if he has that clutch factor in him.
No.
To be fair, clutch isn't like a point, like something that gets scored. So,
Just plus 10 every single time he drives in an RBI after the 7th inning or something.
Formula.
plus 35 points for RASP RBIs.
There you go. Good man. Good man taking Kyle Tucker.
Nice.
The man I proclaimed better than Julio on the podcast. So I got a lot of really good feedback on that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I told you that was ridiculous or whatever, but
Yeah, I had some bad word. I take that statement back. Okay, let's get 2 MVPs in here, and we'll be
Oh.
rocking and roll.
Nice. Yep.
do you let Corbin come back to me?
Yes, I did, because Freddie's gonna do more for me this year. He's gonna have to pick up the slack if Shohei's got to go like pay off like a Chinese mobster.
Shohei's got to go get his finger chopped off.
He'll invent a new pitch, just like with 4 fingers then, and he'll continue to dominate.
Yeah.
My favorite one was, like it's impossible for Shohei to control an entire game. You'd have to hit and pitch.
Oh, wait a minute.
So,
How's he done that?
Brian Floyd, the guy who's kind of used to be SB Nation, said that a lot of people don't realize Tungsten Arnold Doyle had a massive gambling problem, and his nickname was local Akron bookies took his real arm to clear a gambling debt.
All right, so on this next pick, I'm probably going to take another big bat, and then when it comes back around, I'll take one of these top pitchers in Zach Wheeler, Luis Castillo, George Kirby potentially if he's there. With fan tracks, it goes off of the Fangraphs scoring system, so it's not like a point for a hit, 2 points for a double. It's a double is weighted quite a bit more than a single. A home run is weighted, way more than a single and a double. So it's going to be a different scoring system, but pitchers will score a lot of points. The big power hitters are going to score a lot of points. I think in general, a lot of these players will be pretty even, the top tier guys, but I'm curious to see how the point system will work and, game in and game out, how many points the pitchers are going to score compared to hitters. We'll see how the draft goes.
You're just like sucking up to Colton right now, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying they're gonna play the World Series.
Just saying, Colton, I'll be up there in April and August.
All right, see you there, bro. Let me know what days.
I mean, I have to just continue to take Braves until I can't, so I'll take Matt Olson.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was between him and Witt for me.
I mean,
Not gonna lie.
it's just
I
gonna
really
keep
hate to
happening.
do this.
Taking
I have to stick to what the data is telling me.
Bro, you ran an auction thing at the beginning of this, you said?
Yeah, it's really not that sophisticated. It's on Fangraphs. It's very easy to find. I won't share it because I want to be able to get the latest.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't reveal your secrets.
I was gonna say it's gonna be Jordan, huh?
Let's see here.
Nice.
Unfortunately, he actually doesn't seem like a bad guy, but he's just our daddy.
He just matches. Yep. He is my daddy.
I'm going Jose.
You can't take Austin Riley because Chody's all Braves. So
Hey, you don't have to feed me. You don't have to cater to me.
Let's
But
not hand him a win, please.
I mean, maybe we can put this up for discussion. Is Jordan the best pure hitter on the planet? I'd honestly say yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'd say so.
I gotta say Otani
Him
personally.
or Judge.
All right, that's fair. No respect for Daniel Vogelbach is noted.
Danny Burgers.
The Blue Jays.
Having a great spring.
I dare you to draft him. I dare you.
When there's only 8 teams in the
With
league.
He's a sleeper.
First 5
players
rounds.
drafted Vogelbach is a little tight. I did like a 42 round best ball over the last couple of weeks, and I don't think Vogelbach went in that, and that's 500 players.
Damn.
Really?
That's steep.
That's unfortunate. Do you Tatis is there? Oh my god, but I don't want to take back-to-back outfielders. Listen, Joe.
What's up, bro?
Listen, bro.
You gonna take Austin Riley from me?
I'm gonna take Austin Riley.
Yeah.
Then,
I tried.
I quit.
oh goodness. Okay.
Well, gosh darn it, you guys are gonna have to take back-to-back outfielders here.
Pitcher is so much weirder now without Cole. It's like it's been.
I still have
just-
2 Julios, by the way. Just so we're clear, I have 2 Julios. I don't know
You
why.
should probably refresh then, most likely.
think so.
Yeah,
Let's see my
except
pick
I
outfielder
think
for
Or maybe you just get 2 Julios.
I had to refresh like 6 times already.
Pain track's broken.
It's certainly not working well.
Yeah, let me try it.
I thought you didn't pick and then you refresh. I'm like, bro, at least
There we
pick before you refresh.
There we go. All right. I don't have 2 Julios anymore. You guys are safe for another day.
How is Ellie De La Cruz in the top? Like, why is he up here already? Like, who invited bro?
I want to have the Rangers infield. I don't want
He's
to
one.
I think the drop off for starting pitching is going to be steeper than with bats, so I'm going to go with an arm here. I'm hoping for Zach Wheeler on this one.
170.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's number 90 on this list that I have. Which and he's like on the list right there.
Yeah, he's 27.
That's so
We've just
crazy.
revealed the secret. Ellie De La Cruz is 90. We can start
Well,
elimination.
I revealed that I'm not going to take him, and if you guys would like to, you can go on ahead. Thoughts?
Of course, Gossman's down, dude. Jesus. Okay.
So Corey Seager's out for like what, a month?
I don't even.
supposed to be back.
I think he's in the opening day, isn't he?
My understanding
Is
is it's gonna be close for opening day.
All right, you guys convince me.
Yeah, my only thing
Sorry,
with
actually,
him-
6 months.
Oh, I thought it was whole year.
My only thing with him is he's got the oblique injury, which is just like so. Like Dylan Moore last year is my reference point for that. How much that messed with his entire season.
I had Seager in both of the leagues last year that I was playing in, and when he was healthy, he carried me to victory. So I'm willing to take the risk.
He like missed like a month and a half of the season and was the second most valuable player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Joe Ozzy Albies is still there.
See, but why do you have to talk? Like, why do you have to open your mouth?
You know.
Is my question. Like,
You know.
what makes you think
I'm
you should
just-
speak? Is my question.
It's not like it was a secret. All right.
Hey, Mr. You know, pick like 10 away. Keep your mouth shut until you're at least 3 in. Okay.
I'm simply trying to
All right.
make sure that you notice.
I saw Ozzy Albies. It was a calculated risk. It was a calculated risk.
Okay. I'm just helping. I'm trying to help.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, you're intentionally throwing. Is what you're doing.
I hate you.
No, I'm going through it.
You're down bad right now.
Did it go through?
You took Logan Webb?
I did.
All right.
Oh wow.
It did go through.
Is there a relief pitcher requirement for this?
No, you have 9 pitchers, so you can technically do as many as you want. But yeah,
So it's just like volume based.
yeah. I took a look at the scoring system. I was like really trying to hone in on like what gets you the most points and who is the best in those things. So
Hey, Joe, can I explain to you my mishap?
Like what?
Like when I said, when I said that Ozzy Albies was still there.
Yeah.
On my screen, it hadn't loaded that you had picked Seager yet.
Oh,
so
I
was
see.
Like, why don't you pick him with your next pick? Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah. See, no, I'm hoping that Ozzy Albies falls to me in the 4th round. I hope I get him on the way back.
I can't tell if that's bait or not. Not gonna lie. Are you lying?
We'll never know. Unless, of course.
I won't. I never know.
Say unless.
So when it wraps back around to me at 3, I'm planning to probably take Luis Castillo or George Kirby, just because Kirby with his consistency this year, Cy Young upside. And then when it comes back to me again, then I'm going to try for one of those big bats in Kyle Schwarber, Paul Goldschmidt, Vlad Guerrero Jr. if he's still there, Pete Alonso, one of those guys.
Yeah, with no starting, with no like start limit, right? Like, realistically.
And there it goes, Castillo. Let's hope Kirby doesn't go off the board in the next 4 picks.
Same. Holds and saves are worth like 4 to 5 points each. So.
Okay.
And for those of you watching, this is Fantrax. So the point system is weighted off of the Fangraphs scoring system. So as I mentioned, things are weighted way differently than the average, than the standard points league. So instead of 1 point for a single, 2 points for a double, 3 points for a triple, it's like 2 something points for a single or something like that. I was trying to find the scoring system. I'll pull it up here in a second. But then a home run's like 9 points. So power guys and overall, their WOBA, weighted on base average, like how they get on base, is definitely weighted more here. So someone that has a super high batting average, but it's just hitting slap singles, they're going to be quite a bit lesser valued than someone that's got a lot of pop and is hitting home runs, but has a lower average.
I always struggle with the players that you don't really know all that much about them because they play on like a nowheresville team, but you like know who they are. Then your first experience with them is just them being constantly injured. It's very hard to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna be fine, when all you really have experienced with him is just like, oh, he's injured coming in, and oh, he's got a new injury now, and now he's got an additional injury. It's just like I have no idea what to think about with a guy like that.
Astros boo.
Boo this man. Joe, I love you, but
There's like physically no way, right? Like you're not like actually gonna do it, are you?
it had to be
Like,
done.
That's so cringe. Like genuinely so cringe.
I started to look at the second baseman. I was like, man, there is a drop off after Altuve and Albies. So I was like,
Yeah, that's my point. Is I'm like, I need to get in quick.
Hey Colton, I'm just gonna say it. He's deafened. I can't even yell at him right now. That's unbelievable. I'm gonna go end the stream on YouTube for him. Make his life hell.
Sorry, I feel like I'm never gonna be able to like. Are you gonna kick me from your server, your Discord server?
Yeah. You're gone. Banned. Banned.
Right.
Go banned.
Yes, you have no moderator now. It's gonna be the Wild West in there.
Yeah, it's okay. Everyone's great.
I don't know. There's that one guy. The username starts with a D. So,
Daydara?
Yeah.
He's good people. Well,
Whatever you say.
I am going to go with
Colton, I did it.
you took Ozzy Albies?
I did.
Oh my god.
Just looking at the overall scoring, it actually does look like the drop off for batters is going to be steeper than pitching. Because if you look at pitching, you scroll down, rank 180. If I scroll down, that's 700 points. If I scroll down here, that's kind of even, it looks like. But I'm going to go Kirby if he's available.
Twice.
Is that why Colton got Julio twice?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna rate this more towards him as well.
Naturally.
The Gerbster is gone.
Mr. Cy Young.
Dang, I'm like really far behind. This is ridiculous how bad this is working.
Oh gosh, boards already.
It's happening.
Oh, Jay.
Gosh.
Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz is right there as another third base shortstop.
It would be funny if the fact that I said that he ranks 90 on my thing.
His 8 tanks, yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it, you can throw the baseball to first base at like 90-some miles an hour.
If only. If only. Goodness gracious, guys, why would you do this to me?
So sad.
This is so sad. Can we get 700 gifted members? Thank you so much. God.
Cries and unmonetized.
Just take future Mariner Pete Alonso.
Dude, I'm really considering. But I think, honestly, I'm going to take future Mariner Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That's kind of disgusting.
And then I'm going to take future Mariner Tyler Glasnow.
All of them just future Mariners. Is that your first pitcher?
Yeah.
Mr. Injury Bug?
Tyler Glass now.
How did he look yesterday? Did anyone watch?
He won't get another pitcher for another 16 picks.
I think he
Is
went
it going?
3 or 4 innings, I believe.
Yeah, only struck out a couple.
It didn't look like it doesn't look like anyone's gonna really go deep.
It's not letting
So
me
early
pick.
still.
Hold on. It's going well.
I'm happy he-
Four batters.
I'm happy
I've
he
had
went
that
this
happen
next
there.
year.
That one go through?
It finally went through.
Did it?
It
Yeah.
says Glasnow has gone through now.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
but it's also stuck though.
Yeah,
Refresh.
mine's stuck too.
Dude,
Refresh.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Help step Tyler. I'm stuck.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
I think Jay deserves some compensation. Tariq Scoop.
Oh,
Jay.
wow.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh no.
No.
I'm so down bad right now. It's
That was
unbelievable.
Ghost Guy.
I'm so high on him. It's crazy.
He looks insane. He's a Seattle U guy.
Yeah, it's so insane how he pitched there.
Yeah, it really is. They like. I love that program that they are.
Oh, there we go.
He played at high school.
Pros. Okay, I'm very happy that I get my favorite starter in non-Mariner division in all of baseball with this pick. I'm very excited.
I got the fan tracks, man. Jeez. You need to fix your stuff.
This is the call out post.
Oh, yeah.
I swear, I've refreshed maybe 15 times.
So,
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's pretty laggy.
It's like
so
it's
TJ
lagging
and I,
the timer.
Yeah.
so TJ and I play college fantasy football with a bunch of our friends or whatever, and the only site it's on is Fantrax. So we've had to use it for the last few years. It's a nightmare, I think.
Great.
It's better when you win, though.
Yeah.
It's like customizable, right? That's why people use it.
I think so.
So I used it for the first time for football, for a league I was in this past year. It was like
that makes sense.
it's definitely a difference. It's an adjustment if you're used to. Well, I don't really like ESPN's platform for anything with fantasy, but that's just kind of my thing. I like football. I'm almost always on Yahoo.
That makes sense.
Gotta get the first catcher off the board. Why not? Why not?
So when it wraps back around to me at 3, I'm going to be looking at Bo Bichette or Matt McClain. Fill in that second base shortstop gap there. And then I'll be looking at also Logan Gilbert on the wraparound. And then potentially another pitcher if Gilbert's gone by then. There's, Aaron Nola that's left. Freddie Peralta should have a big year. Jesus Luzardo is always fun to watch. High ceiling, low floor though. McClain has a bad shoulder. I have McClain in another league, so it's like I'm only in one other league, so it's kind of one of those biases to where you're trying to draft some of the same players, so you're not rooting for all these different teams. You can root for the same people a little bit, but if Bichette's there, I have Bichette in another league too, so I would go Bichette if he's still there.
Well, number 2 and 3 pitcher are Logan Webb and Framber Valdez,
Let's go. Yeah.
Nice.
which was shocking to me because, yeah, I mean that's like I was a little shocked by that. Framber being number 3 is like Logan Webb, I understand, but very high on Framber. But one-time Mariner, probably with us.
Don't remind me.
You know,
He's
honestly,
bad about it.
he was not good until like literally last year in terms of like really putting it together consistently.
Right.
So that's one of those things where you can't really be super mad at Barry Dipoto for trading a 18-year-old who didn't really put it together until he was 26.
Just like trading Freddie Peralta, really can't be mad about it. Like,
Todd, why are you stop talking?
Freddie Peralta was so good right away, though. That was a little
right
bit-
when he came up, he was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, he's back there too. He seems a lot better than he was the last couple years. And
Yeah,
like
the injuries
second half of
really
last year.
sucked him away. Yeah.
I love Aaron Nolan. Dog.
Thing is so laggy.
It's bad, I know. I will probably not be using this next year, but hopefully it's just the draft that has a problem and not everything
Who
else.
picked this website?
Let's just take the draft
Dude,
and go move it somewhere else.
listen, there's not a players association for this, okay? So you cannot oust me.
What if we start a mutiny? We overthrow the commissioner. Yeah.
I mean, go ahead. Honestly,
And we
probably
just have to
bribe me
deal
with
with
like
it.
ice cream or something.
Dude, ice cream?
That's what I said, yes. Ice cream.
I love ice cream.
I am not beating the Chucky allegations.
You guys hear Daniel Vogelbach's walking up to Milkshake again? Full time now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. He used to walk up to Chain Hang Low, so it's like whatever that song, whatever the name of that song is.
I forgot about that. That's
Dude,
so
it was
dope.
so funny. And
It's awful.
Walk up to Milkshake. I love that guy. He's so funny.
Yeah, he like did it as a bit a couple of times. Like I think didn't the Mets have like you have to walk up to a song by a woman day, for some sort of like I don't even know what the day that they were honoring was, but he would always he did it 2 years in a row. He picked Milkshake by Khalees, and then apparently he's like walking up to it full time.
Also there at second is Ketel Marte. I'd like him. I'm not a fan of Gleyber Torres. I mean, he had a good year, but I had him in a year to where he did awful, and that was not fun to watch. Nico Horner, he's got a lot of potential, but second base drops off pretty quick. So if Ketel Marte's there, since Bo Bichette was just taken, then if it wraps back around, then I might go like Xander Bogaerts or Dansby Swanson at shortstop. At pitcher, we could go. I mean, Blake Snell's there, and I think just the walks with Blake Snell. I think let's see here. Mitchell has your dad has the bracket having the Cougs winning it all. I like the dedication. Go Cougs. I haven't been following college basketball. You know, I just haven't really followed it at all. So, but I've heard that they've had a killer year. So hopefully they make a deep run. I think I might go Blake Snell with the pitcher-friendly ballpark in San Francisco. You know, his strikeout upside, his ceiling is up there. But I'm gonna take a shortstop first, or a second baseman. Ketel Marte. I'm going Ketel Marte.
It's just like their best power hitter who's really slow, but just because but he doesn't even hit for average, so it's just purely because he can get on base, and it's a crap ton of leadoff homers.
If Snell is still there when it wraps around, then I'm gonna go Snell if he's still there. If not, then I'm looking Jesus Luzardo. I've always been a Mitch Keller fan. He's dirty. Logan Gilbert's right there. As far as hitters, I need a shortstop, you know, and then the rest are kind of playing with whatever. I could start to build out the rotation a bit more. So right now I've got Paul Goldschmidt at first base, Ketel Marte second base, Jose Ramirez third, Juan Soto in the outfield. Then a starting rotation starting with Zach Wheeler and George Kirby. And there's no requirement for relief pitcher, but I'll have to get Munoz later on, or one of those top relievers, depending on what Fantrax is saying with how many points they're going to be scoring. Because again, I'm not quite sure how heavily weighted, saves are and those types of things. Ellie De La Cruz off the board. It's a 3 outfield, so there's catcher first, second, third, shortstop, 3 outfield, a DH, a utility. I don't know exactly what the difference between DH and utility is. Aren't those the same thing, essentially? I don't know if guys are marked as actual DH. I guess guys are. So utility would just be any fielder, defender.
At least from Aaron's side, he just thinks Ellie's not that good of a player in general.
I feel like Aaron has a couple agendas, he is just so far gone on hating Patrick Bailey. There's no turning it around for him.
No, absolutely not.
That's so wild. What the hell? That's the most
I mean, he's a Diamondback. He's a Diamondbacks fan, so I think it makes sense, in division stuff. But at the same time,
Gilbert was just taken, so if Blake Snell's there, I'm gonna go Snell.
Well, I think his point of view is the fact that Bailey
is
overshadows Moreno.
Yeah.
Whereas Moreno is definitely a better catcher, so he feels the need to defend him.
Though. That's the one that he's gonna put his claim into. That's where he's putting all of his energy is Moreno versus Patrick Bailey.
Yeah.
That's I guess I don't really get NL West beefs, but that's so it feels so esoteric to me. Patrick Bailey versus Gabriel Moreno. First of all, I get that they're catchers in the same division, but they also just feel like two completely unrelated players to me. Oh God, nice.
Hunter, that's the fastest Blake Snell pickup ever seen.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
Yeah, that was you were that cute, your finger was ready.
I was like, come on. I was thinking Gilbert if he was still there, but I mean Snell with the ballpark factor and just his strikeout upside, it seems that Fantrax is going to favor the strikeouts.
Oh, I don't. Well, I feel like I just got squeezed on pitchers there.
How do innings play into this all, Jay? Because usually I feel like with fantasy baseball, when you draft pitchers, innings play a lot.
So yeah, innings pitched. I think each inning pitched is 7.4 points. So
okay, yeah,
you definitely want to get innings eaters.
That's what I figured.
And I draft Bob Gibson.
Exactly.
Please.
Little can Boyd.
Oh, this stinks. Without revealing too much, the thing tells me that if I want to pick a pitcher, I should pick Dylan Cease.
Yep.
Which I just my every bone in my body is fighting against that. So I feel like I'm in a bad spot. Maybe I'll just punt pitcher.
Who needs pitching?
Who needs Dylan Cease is my bigger overall point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna reach for one of my favorite guys here then.
Oregon.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
You got
The cruise missile.
Homer in spring. He looks insane in spring.
Between him.
I thought it was a meme that he was I didn't know he was actually 6'7". I thought it was just a meme that people were joking. Then I saw dude's legitimately a giant.
Yeah, I mean, it was super sad when he got hurt last year because he's a total freak.
I got disconnected. Refresh. Happened on the spot. Okay, cool. I took Luis Robert. Fantastic. That's what I wanted. He'll get traded. It'll be fine.
Nice pick. I like Nolan Jones.
The Nolan Jones pick, Jake. Okay.
I considered it.
That is just worry about the protection around him in that lineup.
Yeah.
What do you mean, dude? Rockies are gonna mash with a. Yep.
Yeah, Chris Bryant's gonna not be dead. Charlie Blackmon's gonna de-age 10 years. It's gonna be crazy.
Rocky resurgence.
Charlie Blackman would fit in with our beard group.
True.
That is a good point. Yeah, that is a solid point.
Is that one of the best beards in the MLB?
Ugh, yeah, easily. Now that Brian Wilson's gone, yeah.
What do you mean now that Brian Wilson's been gone for so long?
But like, his remnants was still in the league, bro. It stayed around.
His remnants.
His beard remnants were there.
What about Brandon Marsh?
No, his beard,
Marsh is the other one.
his beard's gross, bro. There's stuff living in that thing.
No, he just like he dumps like water on himself
Yeah.
every single
Every
inning.
Friggin' weirdo.
I just thought he was super greasy.
Yeah, same.
Just a slime ball.
Grayson Rodriguez is an interesting pick.
Dude, like lit it up second half of the year last year.
Yeah,
So I don't think that's any indication. Like,
I think that's a solid pick, honestly.
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna take Max.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably going Xander next if he's there. Fill out the shortstop position and then get Bobby Miller on the turn because he's a ways down on the pitching. And I might even be able to make one more turn in the draft unless people are going to reach for Bobby. Someone just reached for Cal.
It's
I
not
feel like
really.
we all have to get one. Like I feel like we have to in some way.
Yeah, imagine not taking one.
You know, what a world that we all could realistically take a Mariner in the draft in 2024. I remember like
Not be bad.
a few years ago.
There's a run on
we'd,
catcher
like,
right
do
now.
Entire fantasy leagues and have like 4 or 5 Mariners owned at a time, total at most. Whole rotation's gonna get drafted in like the top 100 probably.
Get back on my Braves train.
No, that's one of the guys I wanted. I think.
I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to reach for Bobby because there are outfielders, as you mentioned, like Brian Reynolds, Evan Carter,
I was thinking of because he's probably not gonna
Adolis Garcia.
where the fuck is he?
I have Randy in another league.
Nope. Wow, never
I
mind.
might go with Dolis.
Who you trying to take?
That's great drafting. I thought Max Fried was still on there for some reason, but he's been gone for multiple rounds. That's fine. This is actually what I wanted.
Bobby was just taken.
Nice.
That was definitely one that I was looking at. Bobby's filthy.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's filthy.
I probably should have looked this up ahead of time. Can you play anybody at DH, or does it have to be at DH, or does everybody hitter have DH?
Better be
Might
any.
No, they don't.
I'm pretty sure it has
It's
to be DH because it's going to slot into
Okay.
the DH position.
Oh God.
I have PTSD after seeing Teo last year swinging at sliders 3 feet out of the other box. I couldn't go Teo, but Adolis Garcia in that Rangers lineup, I think World Series MVP. Starting outfielder of Soto and Garcia as a start is pretty solid. Looking at the thing about 8-team drafts is that your roster gets so deep. My other league is 14 teams, so there's quite the difference. Between your picks is quite a bit different. So there's still quite a bit of talent here. I'm gonna probably wait for Raggins on the next turn, so I'm probably gonna go. I'll go Xander on the next one, on this next pick.
It's I think ESPN has it at like 30 to like
5 games or something like that played. I'm
Wow,
not sure if
I
it's
randomly just have 3. That's unbelievable. I had no idea.
the algorithm.
Probably was just like checking like, well, Bryce is a bad example because Bryce probably DH'd like 70 times last year or something. Like I have Kyle Schwarber too, and they're on the same team, so it can't be, the threshold can't be. Oh, Kyle Schwarber probably DHs a bunch too because his defense is so awful.
A 19-team league is insane. That's you're taking like second, third string guys.
It's a terrible example.
Sardo's fine. The Marlins might not be that good.
I'm between like 3 different people right now. Joe, pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
All right, I'm definitely not picking that one then. Okay, so
Fantastic.
you know what? We'll go Matt McLean.
I saw you looking at his page.
I didn't know how like how hurt he was.
I just saw he's starting the year on the IL.
Yeah.
I have him in my other league though. Yeah, Raggins is filthy also.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy like all of the hype with him, but I could probably shut 10 miles an hour.
All right. Yeah, my team is pretty stacked up to this point. Goldschmidt, Ketel Marte, Jose Ramirez, Xander Bogaerts, Soto, Adolis Garcia, Zach Wheeler, Kirby, and Snell to start out the rotation.
On my thing, and I don't know why it didn't even click. It's crazy.
So DHs, Anthony Santander qualifies as a DH. Josh, even Springer qualifies as a DH.
I don't
Catchers,
really know if
they're all pretty even at this point. All of the top tier catchers are already off the board. So at this point,
have missed anything.
let's see here. Mitch Garver, catcher / DH. That's going to be a lot of RBIs there. I'll add him in the queue just to keep him there.
Who did go back to me?
Could add some more pitching.
Just loading.
We have 9 pitching slots, and then it looks like 6 reserve spots. So Shane Bieber, I think, is going to have a bounce back. He was a driveline guy. He added a couple miles per hour to his stuff. Get back up to the 93 to 94 range. Dylan Cease might still be good. Mitch Keller right there.
Thanks. Thank you.
Garrett Cole, I don't know if I want to take the risk on the health there. But at a certain point, the overall upside to that is worth, putting him in the reserve slot. We might be getting close to that point. And then Tanner Bybee, I have in another league. He looks good. Hunter Brown has a lot of upside. Bailey Ober is going to be good. Yuri Perez. Wait, he's out indefinitely. Yuri Perez is dealing with elbow soreness. That's no bueno.
Bored for a while.
Take him off the queue.
Joe Ryan?
He's on the board forever.
Yeah, the Guardians have had a pitching farm for a while. They've just been filtering those guys through, kind of like the Rays, to where they won't spend a ton on the big free agents. So they are really good at drafting, developing, pitching, and then trade them
I
off.
snagged him in my other league. He was in like he's pretty damn good last year.
Gave up a bunch of homers last year.
I feel like he had a good
Whereas
first
Max
half.
And then I
Yeah,
can't
his
remember. I just
first
think,
half was better than the second.
yeah.
Yeah, Sale in a few rounds. Yeah, he's got the upside for sure.
I mean, Twins are gonna need him.
Bryce Miller, Chris Sale at him. And as you mentioned, the innings eaters are going to be valuable too.
I had a 370 ERA.
Mitch Keller is looking pretty good. He was just taken.
Oh, jeez.
He got hurt in August.
Where's Kelnick? Kelnick's already on the roster.
Forget he was pitching
That's
in.
terrible.
Yeah.
Drafted him second overall.
That's a good point. Battling an injury.
No, Kelnick's probably practicing his helmet throws in the garage somewhere. I don't know.
Crazy back-to-back Pirates getting taken, by the way.
So, yeah, this is
Brian Reynolds is gone. Let's see what other outfielders. Evan Carter. Santander. Spencer Steer. I got to go pitcher, though, I think. Let's see. I mean, Merrill Kelly. I'm going to go Bybee. Reach a little bit, but it's kind of in that range.
He was great
And I
last
have
year.
Bybee in another league, so it'd just be easy to
No shots.
follow.
What?
Patrick, are you kidding me? This is unbelievable.
Wow.
I was gonna take
Barrios, I just have a little PTSD from prior years.
I don't think you're allowed to like complain about not getting Zach Eflin. He's very like if I'm gonna draw a line on like, oh, Zach Eflin, like he's fine, he's good, very solid.
We're gonna get to round 25, and I'm just gonna be moaning about just someone completely random. I think it's
There we
so
go.
I feel like this is unbelievable.
Emerson Hancock.
It's the one Mariner I draft. I don't have one yet.
Oh, I don't have one either. I should draft one.
I have future Mariner Brian Reynolds. Or past Mariner Brian Reynolds, depending on who you ask. Should have just acquired him last year.
With how deep my bats are now, I think I need to go pitching again. Jordan Montgomery still hasn't signed.
Good pick. Good pick, Colton.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
You have to mimic his stretching routine, his pregame routine.
I can only call him Houses. I feel like that's not.
Tosses.
I feel like that's not a good bit, but I can. My brain is like trapped. I can only refer to him as Houses.
For the first time hearing that, I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that too.
Sean Murphy.
Solid, I must say.
Yeah, especially in that Braves lineup.
It's very corny. I hate that my brain has pretzeled itself into that.
Hardwired. Merrill Kelly, dude, is he?
Yanni or Diaz. But yeah,
He's like 35.
Yeah, he's old.
He's super old. He went to Korea for a while, I think.
Yeah, I believe that he came back from there and then went to the Diamondbacks, I think.
Yeah, because I remember he's been like a Mariners trade deadline guy for a while, and I remember a couple years ago, the first time it popped up.
yeah, Yanni or Diaz. I might go another round waiting for catcher because all these guys are going to be somewhere in the same tier.
I was like, oh, he must be like pretty young. And I looked it up, he's like 33, and I was like, what? How is this guy 33? I've never heard of it.
I'm looking at another pitcher. Outfield.
I know, Joe. I still know who you're taking, bro. No doubt in my mind.
I didn't have
Let's see.
someone. I would say yes.
Move someone to DH.
I don't know. Bassett
And
might be
they-
worth it
they
at this
don't-
point.
They can't play DH.
Oh, at all? Oh.
Did you miss the conversation?
Yeah, I was talking to our adoring fans, all right? Something you're not doing.
I've typed in the chat like 3 times. Let's see.
Huh.
Called you fat. Called you dumb. Could have waited another round. Interesting. I might be high on that team, Colton. If I think I know who you're talking about.
You do.
However, I mean, I could move. He can be my
There's
utility.
Musgrove. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bassett. I think he'll just get
Do I wanna
the
do that?
innings.
Okay. That's a disconnect.
God, I get disconnected again.
Yeah, it shows that I got disconnected. I don't even know if my pick went through.
You took Chris Bassett.
Okay.
And it's through.
Okay, cool.
Guys, free reign. Kamish has left the voice call. Everybody go crazy.
Showing I'm disconnected, so that's not good. But Bassett did get through, so he'll give consistent innings, go deep into games.
No idea.
Utility is just any defender,
If I'm disconnected sometimes, or if like we just haven't picked.
so it could be just anyone that is any position.
I'm taking way too long.
Oh no, you're
But
so that's
DH,
30 seconds, bro.
technically Jose Ramirez is DH, you know, so
This stinks.
so is Goldschmidt. So there's some flexibility at DH. Same thing with utility. So I technically already have the DH spot taken.
Yeah, every time I sort by points, I'm like, holy cow, someone with 1,000 points still available?
Yeah.
All right.
Available for utility.
Right.
What about utility?
Right.
Did anything go through yet?
Yeah, available for utility is basically any hitter
I just got the disconnected message, which is sick.
outside of DH, I
You
believe.
have selected Joe Musgrove.
Ah,
Okay, good. I'm glad. All right,
Java
that's good.
Joe.
no.
I
Yeah,
am going.
Brandon Nimmo, it shows,
Disconnected right now.
is quite a bit higher than the other outfielders. Ian Happ, as you mentioned.
Thank you, Fantrax.
I am attempting to draft.
Nick
Sean
Castellanos is still there.
I'm gonna
I just have
create
PTSD with Teoscar Hernandez. I can't deal with
a scarcity at the catching position.
all those strikeouts.
For the love of God, just
Nick
draft
Castellanos
the
might be
player.
a move.
I took Sean Murphy.
Yeah, it's through.
Perfect. Because I can move Adley to DH.
And I need a probably. So Sean Murphy was just taken. I can go Yanni or Diaz. Yeah, Spencer Steer could be a good one. Chris Bryant will bounce back. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the comments on him signing with the Rockies, but he was like, I should have taken a deeper look at the Rockies farm system in the
I
Rockies.
adjusted my lineup, and now I have 2 catching spots.
Apparently, he didn't know that they don't have a winning history before he signed there.
Cheating.
Joe's there.
As long as I don't have to suffer for the disconnecting, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I've been only getting disconnected around the time I have to pick, so.
Jake with the Jordan Montgomery pick, huh? Renegotiating with the Yankees potentially.
Hasn't gone through for me yet. Am I disconnected?
Let's go, Torque.
Mitch Garver also technically
No,
qualifies as catcher, so
Let's go. Colton.
Wow.
I could just wait. 668 is what Yanier Diaz is projected at, versus pitchers are still in the 700-800s.
Yeah, I took him.
Other bats in the 800s.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's our guy. That's our Sun Devil brother right there.
Oh, true.
I mean, Sun Devil Online brother over here. So it's
there you go.
it's like a close enough.
Yeah.
Same,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Were you guys
Well,
there
I
at the same time as he was?
fine.
Which
A lot
You
of
guys
my
there at the same time?
classes online.
Oh wait, you say were we in the same class as Torque?
Yeah.
No, but like I mean, since we both broadcasted a lot of baseball at school, like we got to talk to him an okay amount. And then like we were in the Cape League when he was there too, so like
Oh, okay.
we knew him a little bit. Like yeah.
That's sick. I'm just really high on the Tigers.
Yeah, no, they're gonna like they finally feel like they've got an actual core that can start. They can actually like start to build on. Minus Javi Baez.
Yeah, Royals better, but it's fine.
No, Tigers better.
Dude, the Royals were like the worst 55, or the best 55 win team I've ever seen last year.
Oh, I'm disconnected again. Sick.
Yeah, this is like a mess.
I draft on my phone.
Download the app now.
Yeah, exactly. With Mitch Garver, he's going to be at DH every time. He better not touch a catcher's glove this year. So likely he won't be injured like he was in the past. I think the most games that he's played in a season recently is something like half a season. Let me look it up.
I like no bandwidth or something. Man, just get off the Wi-Fi.
It's okay, guys. We're almost halfway there.
Maybe we should start thinking. I mean, obviously we're all like Mariners people in here. Maybe this is
Yeah,
like
Mitch
another time
Garver's
we need to think of, like, some
87
Mariners
games
topics to,
last year.
You know, convene about to kill the time.
So if he can play in 120, 130 games, 140 games, Mitch Garver is going to have a really good season. Yeah. James Outman is another sleeper.
Yeah.
Heim is definitely a good catcher also.
Final
Outman and outfielder, of course.
Really got the finger on the pulse starting off with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, are him and Tyson Miller gonna win the last two spots? It's kind of what it feels like.
I think so.
Yeah.
The only other
Yeah,
person
I kind of feel like everyone gets those from like people that are talking about it, and then they kind of become like consensus online points. So I'm pretty sure that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like they want to start Vargas in the minors just so he can like clean up his
not
command.
hit batters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think will be fine to start the year out with.
His profile is a lot like Munoz when we got him. The high velocity stuff with the little lack of control.
Yeah. Fingers crossed on no Tommy John surgery
Yeah.
right out the gate.
Tyson Miller like really does look like Seawald, like 100%.
Yeah.
I'm slot for sure.
Who was the guy last year? Was it Ryan? Or people were like trying to compare to Seawald?
Who?
Ryder Ryan? Was that?
Oh yeah.
Ryder Ryan. People were trying to say like he was like a Seawald, like
That's such a great name.
Kmart Seawald.
That's like
Yeah, Riley
like
Green.
superheroes, real life.
Riley Green had the injuries last year when he first came up.
Ryder Ryan.
Yeah, Jaron Duran. Definitely more of a fan of the dual threat guys instead of like a Jorge Soler, although in this type of format it seems that the power is going to play up. But Jorge Soler in San Francisco, that's a big ballpark. So less home runs than some of the other guys.
Mitch Garver.
Spencer Steer might be a move soon.
And DH.
Technically does.
He could be first, third, or outfield. Santander in that Orioles lineup.
The last round of like an ESPN draft we did a while ago, just for as my catcher because I didn't have one at that point. I was like, why not? He hits.
Yeah, Dodgers and Braves lineups. The Orioles, the same thing. They're going to be scoring a lot of runs.
Eric Cole finally off the board.
Oh, that final. Okay, so that went through.
Everyone's just patiently waiting.
Wow, where you're just like, man, no one said a word. No, I just on my end it hasn't gone through yet. So I was like, I keep clicking to pick them. I was like, I don't know if it actually worked or not.
Is it
Yeah,
like
I'm
this
like
when you guys do?
disconnected.
And then as far as the reserves, I just go full on pitchers so that I could sub the guys out that aren't pitching that day, sub them in, sub the guys in that are pitching,
during the season.
instead of holding bats that are just collecting points on your bench for no reason.
How many guys are in that league? Like how many people?
It's like 10 of us.
And then with an 8-team league,
and then we basically do like
waiver
power
wire
five
is going to
guys
be
and then
pretty
Notre
deep
Dame, so
also.
that way,
But
like,
with
I
6
think
reserve
for the
spots, that'll
main
take away
issue,
some
I
of
just
some of
like
the
a
depth that is there.
free for all with just picking random dudes who put up like 65 points out of like I don't know
Yeah.
Marshall. That like
I think we added the American last year, though.
oh you're right, we did have the American Conference last year, but no, yeah, it's fun. I mean I think ESPN should have college fantasy football, but
They did the first year we did it.
I think it was on Yahoo. But yeah, close enough.
For Yahoo, yeah.
Has anyone picked since the Garrett Cole pick? I'm like constantly disconnected, so I have no idea where we're at.
Yeah, so am I.
I think Jake has officially taken Brandon Nimmo, and I'm on the clock. And then it'll be you, Patrick.
I don't really trust this at all. This is not good. Oh, Nemo thing just showed up when I
They're like
popped up.
messages. There we go. I got
Are you gonna type in the chat? And the head.
Oh my god, it keeps disconnecting me mid-typing.
Chris Sale is still there.
I'm just gonna get my guy that I've drafted and everything.
Yeah, Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday likely will be on the opening day roster.
You're damn right he
I
was.
drafted Paul Skeens in my other league too. Paul Skeens might be a bit later than Jackson Holiday, but
3 rounds ago.
let me just add those guys to the queue too.
The fact that he was still there is wild.
I had no idea if that's gone through, but I did click draft.
It might not even have Skeens on here.
Okay, guys, are the Mariners winning more or less than 54% of their games this year?
More.
More.
Over.
We're on the pulse question.
More.
Joe and I just did our
I'll say more.
like MLB predictions.
Recording.
And I had him at 92 wins. Joe had him at 94.
Just for the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think 92ish is what I said too. So yeah. Okay, Joe.
Hey, you know,
Hey, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's 94 and they win the rest.
when they win 94 games, don't come crawling back to me, all right? And when they lose, and when they win like 82 games, you know, then you can yell at me.
All right, I'm gonna yell.
Pirates have the starting pitcher depth. They got Marco Gonzalez. I looked at their depth chart. Marco Gonzalez was like second. But yeah, I mean, if you have a top couple of Skeens or Keller Skeens, they also have what's his face, lefty that was at the Rangers, Martin Perez, along with Marco. Marco went to Driveline. You never know.
Fine. We just neglect one position. It's fine. I'm gonna have better starters than anyone else.
You can take future Mariner Nolan Gorman,
Oh, I'm on the clock. I didn't even realize.
Chills.
future Mariner Jonathan India,
Okay,
with a bigger role now since
we are going
Cody
steer.
Marquez suspended.
I mean, they did just acquire Santiago Espinal.
I
Folks.
believe we're going steer.
Don't like you're playing. If you've got to be playing India over Espinal.
I don't know. Both pretty
Do I
league
take
average.
Teo at this point?
I would
Castellanos.
put my money on India over Espinal, putting up more. Just a better.
We're going
season.
Castellanos.
But I could be a fool.
I don't know if that went through.
Oh, it's a drive deep to left.
Yep.
It's through. And now is when the full site crashes after Castellanos gets drafted. right on cue.
Oh, this is gonna feel dirty, bro.
Who's taking Teo?
drafted someone, so we should get the results in 5 minutes here.
Oh, back-to-back Phillies. Colton, are you taking Teo?
I took Yanni or Diaz, bro.
You.
I know.
I hate-
That's
I
why
hate to say he's good.
he's
I
good.
really hate to say that, but like, he's good.
I don't like the guy, but I could take Teo as my last DH. But last DH, Jesus, my last outfielder. But
He could be your DH too.
yeah, I mean, I moved Vladdy to DH.
Oh.
Goodness.
Oh, because you took Cassis, that's right.
Yeah.
Christian Cassis. Yeah, I'm just looking at the relief pitcher, like, points. And they're not, it's not there for me to take one over a starting pitcher. I feel like 550.
I don't think it's all.
Like JP Sears is putting up the best reliever numbers.
Okay, let's see here.
Like JP Sears is getting 5 more points than Josh Hader this year.
Man, Fantrax is awful with the draft.
I mean, it seems like it relies very heavily on innings pitched.
Which is why you should always just take a starter. Like, there's no incentive.
If there's no start limit, yeah. If there's no start limit, then yeah.
I think, oh man.
Yeah, there is. You balance a little bit, but
Catcher is definitely getting thin. I might just have to wait for Mitch Garver.
Rain.
only starters.
My calculator has
Might start building out the pitching again also.
Calculator has Edwin Diaz equivalent to
Ian
Mackenzie
Happ would be
Miller.
nice.
damn.
So that's the relief market there.
If that's any sense of that, because like Hader's gonna be here, and Diaz I feel like till the end. Like I wouldn't expect them to get drafted anywhere close except for maybe like the 20.
For those of you on the stream, I'm interviewing Taylor Dullard again tomorrow on the podcast. Going to talk through his last year. I interviewed him last year. He's going to be the first repeat guest on the podcast. He's been dealing with his rehab with his injury.
I think I have him in an
So,
existing league.
Going to talk through how the last year has been for Dullard. And then I'm going to have Gary Hill on Friday. And then Jamie Moyer, I'm doing a sit-down in-person podcast with Jamie Moyer on Monday. So the next week of podcasts are going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, right.
Santander is gone. Let's see. Do I go pitcher here? I don't think so. Go Ian Happ. Do I go Steer? I'm going to go Steer.
Spencer Steer off the board.
Oh, like I love that positional versatility. Wow, that would be amazing.
Be able to move him around.
Have no fear where you put it. There's a lot of first base, third base still available too. Or not a lot, but like it's more than I expected. Like what did Alan Bowe?
Yeah, Teo's a tough pick.
before Harper.
If he's still there,
Yeah, it's
maybe.
playing there
The
before Harper
selection.
came in.
Especially in that Dodgers lineup. I don't know where Teo's going to hit. He's going to hit 4, 5, 6.
I legitimately am No, like it still says it's couch
Mil-
Connor's pick.
Yeah, Connor's done. Patrick's done. It is now my turn.
So weird.
You're coming up. Be ready.
Shane Bieber's off the board.
Opening day starter for the Toronto Blue Jays, Jose Barrios. Sure. Take a stab at it.
I like the disconnect thing. That was really slowing us down.
Oh, massively. Yeah, I feel like it was like 15, 20 minutes ago when I said we were halfway there.
We also have 6 bench spots that we got to go through too.
Roster.
We're steep. Do you think it expands to 28 during September or what?
Some call-ups.
I'm taking Cole Young in the waiver wire order.
There you go.
Come August 31st, 11:59 p.m. I'm waiting until it rolls over. Colton, there's no way you're doing the immaculate grid right now on stream.
Bro, it's either that or I sit there with a stupid grin on my face, you know?
Brewers, Angels do Jonathan Lucroy.
Oh, yo, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. Do you like my Adam Lynn pick down there, by the way?
Dude, that's a W pick.
0.3%.
Who's making you pick Betancourt? Oh, it's Dedara, of course.
Yeah, who do you think?
Are you gonna click it? How far behind am I on this stream?
You're very far behind.
Okay. How have you already typed in Jonathan Lucroy?
Yeah,
What was his percentage?
3.
W.
I'm
Solid
gonna try-
pick.
UDSD Betancourt, 1%, bro.
Wow.
Is it my turn to draft here?
Dedara knows ball. No, I believe unless Jake is picked, it is still his pick.
Looks like he picked Luis Arise.
Ah.
All right.
He'll win the batting title again and get no love.
Man, this connectivity issue is ridiculous. Sorry to the stream. I wish I could get the Discord audio. I'll have to do a different stream source next time to be able to get that. It's probably not as much action as it could be. But appreciate your guys' input that's been hanging out. I'll be getting on the show one of these days. I'm trying to do a franchise video from the show, but it's a bit of a hassle trying to get the footage from the PS5 and being able to convert it to MP4 to be able to edit it in Final Cut Pro. So I'm not going to be at the Fan Fest this weekend, but I will be at Stitch God's event. If you haven't looked up Stitch God yet on Instagram, you should check him out. I'm going to be at his event where he's unveiling another project that he's been working on. So that'll be cool. You should definitely check it out. I might swing by the fan event though. Oh, we're going to win this, Mitchell. It's in the bag. This is taking forever. I only have 2 more positions for bats, and then the next 10 picks are going to be pitchers. So I might need to just start getting on a run of pitchers. The next 2 guys, like Bailey Ober, Hunter Brown. Could go Bryce Miller at some point. Chris Sale is still there. Yeah, Outman and Green are still there. Since there is so much depth in the hitters still, Dansby Swanson is still there. Yandy Diaz, Ian Happ are still there. Man, this is insane. Okay, Yandy Diaz was taken. Jorge Soler was just taken. Kenneth, are you talking Christian Javier or Javier Baez? Because I hope it's not Javier Baez. I think I'm going to go Hunter Brown next if he's there. Yeah, Christian Javier is solid. Javi Baez, that would be tough. Swinging out of his shoes just to hit a dribbler. Or have you seen the video of the grandma that's like has her walker and throws a baseball into the ground, and then Javier Baez swings out of his shoes? Yeah, pitching ninja. Ian Happ was just taken. Jazz Chisholm is out. Jorge Soler. Teo is still there. I don't know. I'm going to go Hunter Brown and Bailey Ober, though, if they're still there. 755. Marcelo Ozuna. Ozuna from the Braves. Bryce Miller was just taken. Hunter Brown, just make it to me. Oh, yeah, okay, Christian Javier, there you go. Kerry Carpenter. Imanaga was just taken. That's a good pick. I got Hunter Brown there. I might have to go Chris Sale on this next one. Take the upside. Might go Teo on the next one. Just get the DH out of the way, and then I can get a pitcher, and then go Mitch Garver at catcher, and then just draft out pitchers. Yeah, Michael King. Varland. I think I picked up Varland today. Is he the Twins guy?
If I pick Tasker Hernandez, you guys gonna be mad at me?
Louis Varland, yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
If I pick Teoscar Hernandez, are you gonna be mad at me?
We're getting to that point to where I'm considering it, so.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'll save you from that, Connor. I got you.
Oh man, okay.
You know,
So
I
someone
thought about-
someone had to do it.
I thought about pulling out the Boo Astros for you, Connor, but I let it slide, and then Jay had to draft Javier right after. So, no.
Someone just had to take Bryce Miller before me.
Yeah, the one Mariner that I feel like I was like, I guess I can take a Mariner now. Why not?
We haven't heard anything about Yuri Perez, have we?
I just saw that he's dealing with elbow stuff.
And that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's arguably the scariest thing you can hear for a pitcher is dealing with elbow
Yeah.
stuff.
Dealing with elbow stuff. Okay, well, I really don't care to draft Bailey over.
What do you mean?
So,
He's the GOAT.
Eduardo Rodriguez, who knows how long he's gonna be out.
So you're telling me it's you that's been holding us back this whole time because you're just contemplating.
Are you kidding me? Waiting like 20 minutes for my pick to come back around, okay? I've been busy.
I saw you get Gavin Lux on.
You saw that,
baseball.
dude? Yeah, 3 on Pickle. Let's go. How do
Sniped
you feel about Chris Sale in 2024, dude?
in the big 2024.
In the year of our Lord.
Griffey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'll take Bailey over, but just because his name rhymes with ogre, so
Not Ogre.
nope. That's me.
Chris Sale, I love this year, like as a value.
But yeah, I watched Louis Varland's highlight tape the other day because I just picked him up today actually.
Way lower because
With
this is such
Desclafani
a
being
games
down.
pitched,
And
heavy
Varland's stuff is
exercise.
nasty. He's
That is
mid 90s. He's got
one of his
great off
greatest
speed, a really
weakness.
deceptive arm slot. Michael King, since he, is technically a relief pitcher, but
The highest starting pitchers.
he was one of the guys in the Soto trade.
Majority of the Cardinals pitching staff. Miles Michaelis 191, Kyle Gibson 180, Lance Lynn 175. I skipped over Braxton Garrett because he's actually probably going to be decent if he's able to go.
I'm just iffy on the health with Chris Sale. I know the upside is way up there. But Eduardo Rodriguez is another one that I've been hearing high praise. Louis Varland is down a ways. I still need a DH. Marcelo Zuna. Erod just had a lat issue pop up. Thanks for the heads up on that one. Jeez. Let me look that up. Okay, Charlie Morton was just taken. I think I'm going Ozuna. at day to day. I went Ozuna, got the DH. Now I just have a spot for Mitch Garver whenever I want to take him. There's also other catchers there if I don't want to mess around with Garver. Do you guys think Garver is going to get more points than Gabriel Moreno, Wilson Contreras, Keber Ruiz? I mean, yeah, more than him. Salvi Perez. Jonah Heim is still there. Man, Yu Darvish was still there? Jeez. Yeah, pitchers available. We're looking at Braxton Garrett is still there. Well, he's got shoulder out indefinitely. That's not good. Kodai Senga, Yuri Perez are all injured right now. Chris Sale is still there if I want to take the risk on that. Louis Varland might be one that I get soon. Same with Michael King. Then below that, it drops off a bit. That's where you start to get to some of the relief pitchers that are coming up, like Emmanuel Clase. That's like the top tier relief pitchers are still a little ways down. There's Brian Wu there. Tristan McKenzie. I'm nervous with Walker Buehler, just with the amount of innings that he's going to get. Graham Ashcraft will have a breakout at some point. AJ Puck is what you're saying? Yeah, then it gets pretty thin. Gotta get some of these higher up guys. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at Braxton Garrett. Apparently Braxton Garrett is throwing and he's looking good. He won't be on the opening day roster, but I was surprised that Yu Darvish was still there, to be honest.
His ADP is so weird. He's always been really good.
Yeah.
But I think it's like I haven't quite figured out why he's outside the top. Whatever. 100.
Does he get touched up a bit every now and then? Is that why? I mean, he's got like 9 pitches.
Yeah. His ADP on this says 182, which is crazy to me. Trying to figure out what it is exactly. He looked fine yesterday.
Yeah, drop Shohei's interpreter.
He had a very bad ERA last year, it appears.
All I need now is the catcher position and then just filling out pitchers, the rest of the pitchers.
But other than that, like,
yeah, the only thing that I know or have kind of seen is that he might get touched up every now and then, but aside from that, like he's still got all the stuff. The ceiling is there.
Starts last year, too. Yeah, I think he's 37 now.
Oh yeah.
So at think it's just he's coming off a 24 start season with a almost 4.6 ERA is probably why.
Did you see that pitching ninja from last night? That front door two seamer to the lefty at 95. I don't get how any of these hitters are able to actually hit. It's ridiculous.
It's absolutely insane. Especially Darvish. Like the Mariners having to face Darvish twice in spring training must have been something like not a guy who's like very easy to just like settle in against when he's
right.
7 different pitches.
So yeah, I still need a catcher, and then I need to just build out the pitching staff the rest of the way. 3 more pitching slots, and then 6 bench. So it's gonna get pretty deep on the pitching. Let me just see how bad Eduardo Rodriguez's injury is. Yeah, so the bench can be any position. It's reserve. I typically just hold pitchers on the bench. I mean, I could hold some top tier utility guys, but I'd rather just get all of the, points out of pitchers that I can. Whenever a starting pitcher is pitching that day, you just sub him in. Yeah, Brady Singer. Brady Singer is interesting because his ERA he's always been touched up a bit. He's got legit stuff. That arm angle, he's got like a sinker at 96. I feel like one of these years he's got to break out. Yeah, I'm looking at Louis Varland soon. I don't think I want to take Braxton Garrett at this point. Yeah, there's no limits on the amount of starters per week or innings. Kenta Maeda. What's up, Rooftop? Yeah, Brady Singer. Brady Singer, Louis Varland, Kenta Maeda might be a move also, as you mentioned. Pepio was just taken. Yeah, Josiah Gray. He's going to have a breakout year one of these years for the Nationals. Why are we not hearing anything about Dylan Cruz? When is Dylan Cruz going to come up? I figured he would make the opening day roster. I'm going to take off. Brian Wu is there. Unless Jared Kelnick can catch. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. James Wood is a beast. But I mean, who else is? Yeah, I guess they signed Joey Gallo. I mean, you can't be having Joey Gallo, clogging it up so that Dylan Cruz can't be playing. They also signed 1 or 2 other guys that are, just kind of fringy. It's time to retire guys. Oh yeah, they have Jesse Winker. The Nationals have Jesse Winker also. Michaelis looks good. Yeah, he's definitely an innings eater. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, why not? I'll go Michaelis. Thanks for the pick. You're waking up at 2:30 a.m. to cover the Dodgers Padres game. Any reason? Who's Musgrove versus Yamamoto for the grind? Yamamoto's making his debut, so that makes sense. We'll see how Yamamoto does this year. I've seen some of the ex-big leaguers talking about Yamamoto's fastball doesn't move, so it's going to be hit. I guess we'll see. Monster Energy drink. You better get to bed. You got 5 hours. 6 hours until game starts. So excited for the season to start next week for everyone else. Yeah, so here's the arms. Braxton Garrett, Yuri Perez. No, not Yuri Perez. Sorry, he's obviously dealing with the elbow stuff. Beyond these guys, got like Patrick Sandoval. He might have a breakout at some point. Justin Verlander, he's out. I'm just not taking any risk there. Brian Wu is still there. Brayan Bello actually is going to be a good pick. I might go Bello. There's also Tristan McKenzie. You like Lugo? He's for the Royals now. Huh. Or do I go Varland first? Varland looks pretty good. Brady Singer. I think I might go Brian Bello. Brian Wu was just taken. Brian Bello is going to be the opening day starter for the Red Sox, so they just signed Bello to that extension. Watched Bello against the Braves a bit the other day. He's got legit stuff. Yeah, I just need 2023 Tommy LaStella. Well, guys, I appreciate you tuning in for the stream. I think this might take another hour at this rate with just building out depth for pitching. But I'll probably take Mitch Garver in the upcoming round or so. Let's see what other. Might have to go Garver just to have him in one league. But appreciate everyone tuning in, watching, sharing your thoughts and your picks for the sleepers. I'll make sure to post the results after we're done here. But appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.